Today, we are going to be talking about subject-object nouns. You've been dealing with verbs for quite a while, and we figured you may as well have a break and talk about some nouns for a lesson. So, are you ready? I hope so. Here we go. There are different kinds of nouns in sentences, and generally in English, a sentence, especially declarative or exclamative sentences, follow a very predictable pattern. Subject, verb. And then sometimes you have an object. And this is what we are going to try and help you identify in sentences today. However, there are a few different kinds of objects that you should be familiar with. First, you have direct objects. If you have noun, verb, noun, chances are you have subject, verb, object. The object is who or what the subject and verb connect with. So if you have a subject doing something, the verb would be the answer to what is the subject doing. This will all make a little bit more sense in just a moment. Indirect objects are a little different. Indirect objects are not connected to what the subject is doing. They might be well, it'll all make sense when we get to the examples. Then lastly, you have objects of prepositions. Objects of prepositions you will find in prepositional phrases, which you should already know. But let's get going with the examples so I start making more sense. Example number 1. The girl hit the ball. We could not have given you an easier example to start with. Given what you already know, which admittedly is probably not that much even if you were paying attention, what words do you think you should be identifying first in this sentence? Go ahead. Yell it out. Oh, you know what? I wasn't thinking. You probably shouldn't be yelling at it. Sorry to whoever your teacher is. Let's stop yelling and I'm just going to tell you. Obviously, the words you want to be identifying first in sentences, in any sentences really, are the verbs. That's right, the verbs. You thought we were done with verbs, but we're never done with verbs. Verbs are like the most important words in English. Haven't you been paying any attention at all? We're going to start by identifying the verb. Because if we can identify the verb in the sentence, it's so much easier to identify the subjects and objects. So in this sentence, the girl hit the ball. All of you can easily see that this word right here, hit, is the verb. And if we look before the verb, we can identify the singular noun, girl, as the subject. The subject is who or what the sentence is about. The verb is whatever the person, place, thing, or idea is doing or being. Remember, that's the idea of an action or a state of being. And then we just have to ask, well, what did the girl hit? If we can answer that question, who or what, and work backwards, who or what did the girl hit? And if we have an answer, then we have, oh, that's another ugly square, man. We have a direct object. So, in this sentence, the girl hit the ball, girl is the subject, hit is the verb, ball is the direct object. Let's look at example number 2. Tim and Bob gave the girl a gift. So, what word are you going to find first? That's right, the verb. And you can identify gave here as the verb because you're all brilliant. But what's the subject? Here we have 2 nouns in front of the verb. The verb is gave and Tim and Bob are people. They're both names of people. So which one is the subject? That's right. They're both the subject. You can have many subjects of one sentence. They are both doing the action together. Tim and Bob pooled their money, they put it all together and purchased what? What are Tim and Bob giving? Are Tim and Bob giving the girl? No! People don't give people! That's not something that people do! You can't own human beings! That would be ridiculous! Duh! Tim and Bob are giving a gift. That's right. So that makes this word all the way over here, gift, the direct object. Because that is the answer to what do Tim and Bob give? They give a gift. And now we have an indirect object. Remember, indirect objects answer the question, to whom or for whom. So if we ask who received the gift that Tim and Bob gave, the answer is the girl. Probably the girl who hit the ball in the first sentence. So here, Tim and Bob are the subject, gave is the verb, gift is the direct object, it is what they gave, and girl is whom they gave the gift to whom they gave the gift. So girl is your indirect object. Let's look at example number 3. In the beginning of this lesson, I asked, are you ready? And it's true, you can go back and check the tape, but you shouldn't right now because we're on a roll. So, in the beginning of this lesson, I asked, are you ready? What is the verb? It's all the way over here. Asked is the verb in this sentence. This is the active action. This is, well, I almost gave it away, but what is the subject? Here we have beginning, lesson, and I as nouns, or ideas of nouns, as this pronoun is here, that are all before the verb. So is this like sentence number 2? Are they all subjects? Well, can the beginning ask? No. Can a lesson ask? Maybe. But is it happening in this idea? It's not. I asked. And again, you can go back, you can check the tape. I did it. Me. This sentence is all about me. I asked. What did I ask? I asked, are you ready? So, here, we can actually stop right here and look at this independent clause. I asked, are you ready? And we have a subject, a verb, and an object. That's right, this phrase, are you ready, is actually the direct object of my question. This is what I asked. It answers the question. What did I ask? I asked, are you ready? So this quote here, this quotation of myself, is the direct object of this thought. So, what are these? What is beginning and what is lesson? Well, these are the last example I told you about. These are the objects of prepositions. Here we have the preposition of and the preposition in. So in the beginning of this lesson are both prepositional phrases. And lesson and beginning are the objects of their respective prepositions. So, by now, you should know that the first words you need to identify in sentences are verbs, always, bar none. Just find the verbs. Second, subjects precede or come before verbs. They are who or what the sentence is about. And objects are of a variety of types. Direct objects are directly related to the action. They receive the action of the subject. Or you have indirect objects, which answer a question, well, to who or for who was this done? And now, let's review.
Subject, object, noun, review. What word is helpful for you to identify first in a sentence? It is helpful to first identify the verb in a sentence. Why should we identify the verb in a sentence? Identifying the verb makes it easier to find the subject and the object of the sentence. What is the subject of a sentence? The subject of a sentence is who or what a sentence is about. What is the direct object of a sentence? The direct object is who or what the subject and verb connects with. What is the indirect object of a sentence? An indirect object answers the question to whom or for whom. What is an object of preposition? An object of preposition is the noun at the end of a prepositional phrase.